We asked Ron Van Dam to sum up one of his shows as quickly as possible, and he said,
okay, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that is pretty accurate. That is pretty accurate. You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Thank you very much.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
I don't know if you know this, but when you click on me, when you click on the show to start, it actually sends an electrical impulse to my face, and my eyes twitch, and my ears straighten out, and the show begins. Did you know that? It actually has a physical effect. Welcome to the Ron Van Dam Show. I am Ron Van Dam. Yup. No, I'm not kidding. You don't believe me? Well, I don't believe you. Hey, I'd ask you what you're doing, but I know the answer to it, nothing. So let's spend some time together, shall we? Let's play horseshoes. Last time I played horseshoes, my horse got really pissed off, and so there you go. I don't have a horse, I must admit. Some people are very gullible, even though they can't spell that word. Some people are very gullible, and when I said that I had a horse, they probably said, oh, Ron must be doing well. He's got a horse in a stable in a state somewhere. No, I lied. I never understood the fascination with My Little Pony. And I'm not talking about the Disney book thing. I'm talking about My Little Pony. That'll do it. That'll be enough. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome to the program. Jason Shaw doing the music. John Shanahan doing the comedy introductions and all that stuff. And Nicole Reed booking some of the national interviews that we do. And then there's me. I just stopped by for basically a glass of milk. Isn't it fascinating? Isn't it fascinating? Sit down. Listen to me. Isn't it Pay attention. Isn't it fascinating how when you're younger, you crave a glass of milk, and now when I'm an adult, I don't want any milk. What, are you serious? Ew. But when I was a child, I wanted milk, and I think it's because of my mother's breasts. Now wait a minute. No, really, I think that. By the way, I must confess something to you. Even though I'm saying that there's a connection between a child liking a glass of milk and the mother's breast milk, I must admit that I was not breastfed by my mother. It was my father. He had huge breasts, and he was producing milk. No, my father didn't. Well, they were huge. My father was a very hairy man. Nice guy. They should have named him Harry because he was hairy. He had hair all over his body. I fortunately didn't get that curse. I'm not walking around like a bear. But he had hair all over his body, man, and I don't know what that meant. Someday I'm going to ask a doctor what that means, and the doctor will say, right now I have more important things to do than answer those stupid questions, Ron. Hello? So I won't ask the doctor. Never mind. No, I was bottle fed. It was 90 proof Irish whiskey. And I'm not complaining. What a childhood that was. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I had a decent childhood. I really can't complain. I really can't at all. I just don't understand why women have children. I mean, they're the only ones that can, so that kind of limits the possibilities. But it's just from what I've seen, it's an agonizing situation. I know the outcome is marvelous and bonding, and the most beautiful thing that a person can do is bring a life into this world, although right now I'd second guess that decision, but whatever. Too late. Hey, too late now. But I can't, what you go through, it's so weird. It's so bipolar. A woman like, are you pregnant? Yeah, yes, I am. I'm with child. Oh, you're glowing. You're beaming. You never looked better. Yes, I know. And then within 3 or 4 months, they start throwing up. And then they gain all the weight in the front and their back starts hurting and they're in agony. Then they're craving strange food choices like Kentucky Fried Chicken, ew, with cheddar cheese melted on top. You know that you're in bad shape when you're craving food that comes out of a bucket. Anyway, then the woman starts looking very uncomfortable and very agonizing, and then when you say, well, how are you feeling? At first they say, oh, wonderful, this is a wonderful experience. And then a number of months into it, well, how are you feeling? Have good days and bad days. Okay. Then you ask them a little bit later on in the trimester, I don't know what it is. How are you feeling? Oh, God, that baby's leaning on my nerve. And I can't move my legs. Oh, but do you have a pickle on you? A nickel? No, a pickle. And then it comes close to birth time, and their water breaks. I don't know the difference between your water breaking and peeing yourself. I know it comes from a different area, but basically the same results. An embarrassing situation. And then you rush the woman to the hospital, because you want it to be a safe delivery, and the woman's agonizing pain and screaming and yelling at the guy that impregnated her, if you're so lucky to have the guy there, yelling, you did this to me, you bastard. It's just screaming and in total agony and pain, like they're being stabbed, and it's awful. And then the delivery room, push. I can't. This is like trying to pass a hard constipated turd. What are you talking about? It's like trying to push a watermelon through a straw. And it's apparently horrible. And then the baby comes out, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty. There are no harps that start playing angel music or anything. Child is not pretty. Covered in slime and saliva, and I don't know what that stuff is, and attached by a cord. I mean, it's like whoa. Not pretty, but everybody's smiling and crying with happiness. Did you take a look? That is weird looking. Until they have to clean the baby off, just like you every morning. I remember the doctor who delivered me said to my mother as I was being born, I came down the OK Corral, we call it, came down the tubes and saw my first light of day and saw the doctor standing there, and I heard the doctor say to my mother, I'm not touching that thing. Wow, that was like, and I felt like saying back, but I couldn't talk, but I felt like saying, hey, I'm right here. Like, I can hear you. All right. Anyway. I think back in the days when I was delivered in the castle of good cheese, which was in a kingdom somewhere in 1527, which is a fine year for wine, by the way. I think when I was delivered back then, they actually used forceps. Yeah, salad tongs is what we're saying here. The doctor actually would go in there with salad tongs and grab the head and pull it out through the through the highway and the byway. And I know a lot of people to this day who have indentations on the side of their head from the salad tongs, and also love a real good crouton. How about you? Me too. Croutons are beautiful, man. They're little cubes of stale bread that have been flavored for your delectation. And then you pour a little dab of salad dressing on it, throw some lettuce in there, and those croutons just are beautiful, man. To me, that's a meal. That's a salad with croutons on it. How the hell did I get there? I love it when people go to restaurants and remember that? When they order a salad, and I say to myself, you realize what you just ordered here. You've asked somebody back in the kitchen who's slaving over a hot grill making steaks and ribs and all that kind of stuff. You'd ask them, what you did was you ordered this. You asked them to open up a plastic bag of lettuce, dump it in a bowl, and throw some pre-made dressing on it and bring it out to you. That's what you've just done. You have not ordered anything that is to be constructed in the kitchen. You simply ask somebody to open a bag of lettuce. It's very deceiving in restaurants. Have you seen this where on the menu it says salad, our house salad, and that's like $3.99 or something, for somebody to open a bag of lettuce in the back. And you say to yourself, whoa, this is a good price, a salad. I'm having that for a salad. Then you look underneath. If you want to add anything to it, it's $17. What? Yes, you want protein on it? What's protein? What are you talking about? What is this? Yeah, do you want chicken on it? Yeah, that's a $20 salad. What? Yeah, I'm putting some chicken on it, man. I have to make the chicken. That's $17. What? Yeah, that's a salad with chicken. 17. Otherwise, $3.99. $3.99. The best thing about restaurants, and you'll remember this someday, is when you walk into a good restaurant or a decent restaurant, you order something, and then they say to you, "Would you like some bread while you're waiting?" Are you kidding me? You're asking me if I want something for free? Let me tell you something. You bring that bread. If I don't want the bread, that's getting wrapped up in one of my napkins here, and I'm taking it home. You are offering me something for free? And I hear people in the restaurant actually turn this down. Would you like some bread with that? No, I gotta watch my weight. Oh, okay, stupid. I just offered you free food, you idiot. There are people living in boxes starving who would have loved my offer. But you, I gotta watch me weight. Wow, you're turning down the bread? You serious? Do you know how much bread costs? We're giving that away for free. Free bread with your meal. We should put that on a sign outside of the restaurant. When you order something, we'll give you some free bread while you're waiting. Whoa. I tell you what, I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit. We're going to add a tiny little finger bowl of olive oil that'll be laced with garlic so no one comes near you for a couple of centuries. Oh, you'll kill the vampires, but you won't have a social life. So, yeah, no sex, but no vampires, so you weigh it. So I'll give you a little bowl of olive oil. That costs money. We had to buy that. Or a couple of pats of butter. Do you know anybody named Pat? They named butter after these people. Yeah. A small little piece of butter is called a pat. Now, I happen to know where that came from. There was a lady named Pat who lived on Nantucket. No, I'm not going to do that. There was a lady named Pat, and her husband said to her, would you like some butter on your bread? And she said, just a tiny little skinny rectangular square of it. That's all I want. Nothing more than a skinny rectangular little slice of it. That's all I want. And the guy said, wait a minute. I'll individually wrap that, Pat. I'll call it Pat. And that's how it started. If you learn nothing else while you listen to this show, then you've learned nothing else. Because that wasn't true either. I don't own a pony, and that story about little slices of butter named after a woman named Patricia, no, it's not true. Or is it? Okay, fine. All right, how do we get into what the hell were we talking about when the show began? I have no idea. Welcome to the program. Oh, man.
Hi, this is Gary Feldstetler, and I'm one of the 14 people who regularly listen to the Ron Van Dam Show. I was thinking recently that it's probably about time that we all got together to celebrate our appreciation of Ron Van Dam, and that's why I'm hosting the first ever RonCon next weekend at the Fairview Motel and Asian Massage Parlor Center. This will be a great opportunity for us to talk about what we love about Ron, wear our favorite Ron Van Dam costumes, and hold panel discussions on things like, why are those RMV people so miserable? And why does the waitress always come over when you have food in your mouth? And why do people at the next table have to be talking about their health issues when I'm trying to enjoy an eggplant rollatini? I can neither confirm nor deny the rumors that Ron Van Dam himself will make an appearance at RonCon, but that would be nice, right? So I hope to see you all there next weekend at RonCon. Most of you probably have my phone number already, so if you can't make it, just give me a call. I could probably get the deposit back on the room if this isn't a good idea, but can't hurt to try. I'm kind of lonely, like you.
RonCon is actually taking place, despite what's going on, because so few people show up. It's automatic social distancing, so that works out. One of the few events that does. All right, I have a wonderful guest coming on the show. Yeah. How wonderful? I don't know. How would I know that? It's not for me to decide. It's not for me to know. Did you know that I had no singing career whatsoever? Did you know that when I sing in the shower by myself, that the shower head actually falls off? It does. I don't know how that happens, but it does. I can't sing. I can't carry a tune. I think I talked about this yesterday. Some people sing in the car when they're alone in the car, and they think that they sing well, and I think they know they don't, but at the same time, you kind of go through this role-playing thing. I'm going to be a famous singer, and I'll be the lead singer in a famous group of performers, and this is how well I can sing, and then you start singing, and that's not working out. I will not be in any kind of singing thing. Hey, we can all do things well, and then there's some things that we all don't do well. And for most of you, it's singing. It's not. Women, for some reason, can sing. Men, not so much. Women can, every single woman, when they get on a dance floor and they start moving that body, they all look sexy and they all look good, for the most part. Like 99.9% of them look fantastic dancing. Men, not a lot of them. Not a sexy thing, men. All right, I'm not going to get off on another tangent. Let's speak to our guest.
Hello, Ron.
Hey, David, how you doing?
Great. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. David DuFour joins us now. We've spoken to him before. He's a cybersecurity expert, at Webroot, which happens to be the company that I use. So I'm happy. I'm good. They're doing a good job. Everything's fine. However, this period of time in our country and across the world, we've never thought about the internet more than we have and we do now. We depend on it 100% and in a major life-sustaining manner, which was not the case before. It was just an appendage and something we had fun with, and we used it for various things. Now it's part of us. It's like an arm or a leg. So cybersecurity is the most important thing. Has there been more abuse on online security wise, or do we have to be a little more vigilant?
So, the abuse is maybe about the same that we're seeing, but we do need to be more vigilant, mostly because folks are now working from home more, and with that comes the added risk of that remote work. Are people working from their personal devices? If they brought a machine home, is that device being updated properly and secured properly? And then couple that with the COVID-19, we're seeing a lot of bad actors really use that as a way to, get information from people, unfortunately.
Yeah, because everybody's on it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's a lot of work that's being done behind the scenes, obviously. When things work, we don't think twice about it, but when things work, it means you guys are working hard.
That's exactly right. And that's why we're talking today, I think, to just make sure people stay aware and they're understanding the things that they need to do to make sure they're protecting themselves and the organizations they work for as well.
Yeah. Does it vary from state to state how risky or secure certain things are, or is this just like a national situation?
Well, it does vary from state to state,
really?
but ironically, not much.
Okay.
We recently did a survey earlier this year, kind of just to get a feel for the cyber hygiene of folks in different states.
Ooh, I like that
and we found that the best states, say Nebraska, New Hampshire, Wyoming, they were falling in the D range. They got a D. The worst states got an F. They were New York, California, Texas, and so but the range was very small. So there's no huge dramatic change across the country.
It sounds like it's somewhat based on population too.
Well, we factored in for population, but one of the things that was surprising was the more tech-savvy states, the states that you would think would really be on top of the technology, were actually less secure. And we found that to be that the more technically savvy folks are, the more they think they can protect their machine or they know what's going on, and they're not paying as close attention to it.
Wow. But I guess you also get technically savvy criminals, too.
Well, that's exactly right. And, there's probably a little bit of humorous of, I know what I'm doing on my computer. I know how to protect myself. And you tend to click through things a little bit faster. But the criminals are getting very, very good with the phishing emails, with the soliciting your bank card information, setting up sites that actually are bogus, and they're trying to, get you to give them money. Yeah.
And they look exactly like the real thing, which
that's exactly right.
Yeah. Is there any way to when I was growing up, you could trace numbers. If there was a phone call that was kind of weird, you try to keep them on the line, and they'd be tracing the call, and they could find it, and they'd do a bust, and they'd knock down the doors and the walls, and they'd arrest these people. I guess technologically, that you can't really trace a lot of this stuff.
Well, that's a great point. It is very challenging to trace this stuff. And what will happen is if there's a big enough pattern of this type of activity. Large federal organizations will get involved. They'll track it down, and if it's somewhere where they have a jurisdiction, they'll shut it down. But a lot of times, even if they can figure out where it's coming from, they have no ability to stop it. So really, it falls upon the person, the individual, to just be vigilant and be aware to protect themselves.
What about the password thing? I mean, I'm asked by various sites every once in a while to change my password, but I don't trust them, because if I go to that link, I might be going to a place that is not that real site, and they're getting my password that way. I don't know who to trust anymore.
Well, and that's a great philosophy. Don't trust anybody. What you want to do in case of changing passwords and things of that nature, you want to navigate to the website. If it's a site you go to, maybe your bank, maybe a credit card company, you want to not click that link. You want to go to the website, type in the address, log in, and go to the account management part and change the password that way.
Interesting. See, I would have never known that had you not shown up here. That's pretty cool. All right. Webroot does an incredible job, by the way. I feel so good about it. It runs security checks on all my devices that I have installed, and it does it on a daily, sometimes twice a day, and a little thing on the bottom saying, "You're good, man, you're good." I like that. It's a secure feeling.
That's great. That makes us feel good. We try to be lightweight and not intrusive, but we do want to make sure you know that things look good, or if there is a problem, we can alert you. Yeah.
Anything else that I should know, David, that might be a tip for me at this particular juncture?
It's the same old thing. Be aware of what you're clicking on. Yeah. Don't be reactive. Respond to stuff. Take the initiative to reach out, make the phone call, go to the website. Don't just click that link. Make sure your antivirus is up to date. Make sure you're backing up your data, and just be vigilant online.
Okay. If only I could remember my 2,000 passwords, I'd be wonderful. I've written them all down.
I can't help you there, but that is correct.
And then they say you go to a cloud and you can put all the passwords in there. Well, what if someone takes my cloud? I mean, I don't even know what a cloud is.
It's the catch-22.
Man, and that, it's funny because that's all technological stuff, but I write that down on a piece of paper. I'm going back 70 years to what I used to do anyway. Anyway, all right. How can we get more information, Dave?
You can, as always, go to webroot.com and then /states to get information about our state rankings, and then general information about cyber hygiene, things you can do to protect yourself.
Fantastic. David DuFour, he's a cybersecurity expert at Webroot, and thank you so much for your time today. We'll talk again soon.
Take care. Great being here.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, this ship has sailed for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Would you like some bread with me? Is that interesting how that phrase actually lived on? Where I think when you gather with people, when you are able to again, that the phrase is that let's sit down and break bread. I think that's a religious Jewish thing. I'm not sure about that, but I think it is. I said, yeah, when you gather with people, you break bread together. Well, that's interesting. Why don't you just eat the bread? No, breaking bread means that you're taking a big loaf of bread and you're breaking it apart into pieces so everybody can have some. That's disgusting. Use a knife, slice it up. Breaking bread. How about let's slice bread together? Let's chew our cud together, shall we? Do you ever chew a cud? Not real tasty. Not the tastiest thing. It's never on the menu at the restaurant. What would you like, sir? We suggest the veal parmesan and the croquet du Brian. What would you like? What would you like to order? I'll have the cod. The cod? Are you talking about the cod, the baked seasoned cod? No, the cud. C-U-D. I'll have the cud, please. Medium rare. How do you like your cud done? Medium rare. I just said that. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. All right, your cud will be right out. Okay, thank you. What are you having? What did you order? I ordered the cud. The cod? No, the cud. The cud. What are you, a cow? Don't make fun of me because I like the cud. All right, I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new Actually, I'll be back Monday with a brand new show. Until then, well, the next time there's a weekday, I'll be back. You know how that works. Are you new to this or something? I mean, seriously? Seriously? All right. You have yourself a wonderful day. Make it a wonderful day. Do something constructive, and it'll be a wonderful day. Until then, I wish you peace.